Hello and welcome back to another how-to. My name is Mary and today I'm going to teach you how to make your very own lavender pillow spray and essential oil DIY lip balm. So if you want to learn how to make both of these things, then stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to start with the lavender pillow spray. The ingredients for this pillow spray are lavender essential oil, witch hazel, a jar with a lid, but you can also use any other kind of container with a lid that you can shake, a spray bottle, mine's 2 ounces. If you wanted to convert measurements, I'm using a 2-ounce spray bottle, some dried lavender, which is completely optional. You'll also need a 1 tablespoon measuring spoon and a 1/2 teaspoon measuring spoon, a small funnel, which generally they come with the spray bottles, but if you're using another bottle that you had cleaned out, then you'd need some kind of funnel just to get it in there while you're pouring. And if you want to tie a little string around the bottle, you'll get some string and a pair of scissors. All right, so let's get started. First, we're gonna open up our jar. And then we're gonna put the witch hazel, 2 tablespoons of witch hazel. From there, we're gonna add about 10 to 15 drops of the lavender essential oil. This is also where I like to add a 1/2 teaspoon of the dried lavender. Like I said, this is completely optional. It just kind of intensifies the smell, and I really like lavender. Who doesn't? So the more lavender, the better, in my opinion. All right, so then you'll put the top. You'll screw it on, and then you'll shake for about 20 seconds. So while you're doing this is because if you just put the water straight into it, then the lavender oil is gonna wanna like separate. So this kind of, mixing it with the witch hazel helps it to dissolve into the water better. All right, so 20 seconds of that. Take off the lid. And then we're going to add our water. Put the lid back on. And then shake it for another 20 seconds. And here you go, you have your lavender pillow spray. All right, and then you take your spray bottle and the little funnel, and then you're gonna funnel it into the bottle. Just be careful, keep an eye on it because this recipe is just a little bit more than I actually need for the bottle, so you don't want it overflowing on you. All right. So then you're gonna take the top, screw it back on, and shake. And then from there, you want to decorate your bottle. You can take some string. I like the fisherman line looking string because I think it's a good little aesthetically pleasing design. And I'm going to tie a little loop. Into a bow, and there you have it. In addition to this, you can also make a label for the bottle, or you can find many online because there's a lot of people that pre-make little lavender pillow spray labels that you can put on there. I just use the simple label maker for those that just says lavender. But essentially you could do this with any essential oil that you'd like, but I really like lavender, and I think we all need a little bit of relaxation in our lives at the moment, so that's what I chose. And there you have it. That's how you make lavender pillow spray. All right, so now we're going to make our own lip balm. I'm really excited about this because I love lip balm. I always have like 10 chapsticks in my bag, and whenever I go to a health convention or like the Renaissance Festival, I always buy the natural lip balm. So this is going to be 100% natural. I like that because you're going to know what you're putting on your body, on your skin. So all of the ingredients are 100% natural, and it's a pretty nice chapstick. It's also very cost effective, especially if you make them in bulk, because you probably won't ever have to buy one again. All right, so what you'll need for that is some beeswax, cocoa butter, coconut oil, essential oil. I have lavender. You can choose a different type of essential oil depending on what you like. I'm going to add a little bit of honey. That's not required. You don't need it. You can do without it, but I'm just adding a little bit. In addition to that, you're going to need a 1 tablespoon measuring spoon and a half a teaspoon measuring spoon. Sound familiar? Same as for the pillow spray. So if you want to make pillow spray, likely you're going to have all of the ingredients that you need to make the lip balm as well. In addition to that, you'll need a pipette or a funnel and some empty chapstick containers, which you could use some of your old ones and then just wash them, and then you can use those, or you can buy them, and these are like less than $5 on Amazon. You could probably find cheaper ones than that. Or you can use a jar and just kind of have it in bulk. And then you'll need a bowl and a pot. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is put 2 tablespoons of beeswax in the bowl. After that, we're going to take 2 tablespoons of cocoa butter and put those in the bowl. Finally, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of cocoa butter into the bowl. And you could try stirring now, but I'd recommend just wait until we add the heat. All right, and then from here, we're going to either use a double boiler, or we're going to make our own double boiler, which I have a very sturdy metal bowl that I'm going to use. And I'm going to take this pot, put some water in it, have it boil, and then put the bowl over it and let that melt. Okay, so like I mentioned, I actually made a double boiler out of a bowl and a pot. I just filled up the pot with water and boiled it, and now you can see that the ingredients for the lip balm are in the bowl and they are starting to melt. So this process does take a little bit of time. Generally everything should be melted and ready to go in less than 10 minutes though. So you just kind of continuously stir the ingredients and make sure they melt into a smooth texture. Alright, so your wax should look like this, and once it looks like this, we'll be ready for the next step. So very smooth, everything is melted, everything is stirred and blended well, and there's no chunks of anything left over. Okay, so once your wax is melted, you're going to want to work fast. So it's going to be 15 to 20 drops of lavender oil, and then instead of using a teaspoon measuring, I'm just going to put a little bit of honey in there, just because once this dries, it's impossible to convert. So give it a good stir. And then you're going to take your pipette and transfer the chapstick into the tubes. And this is a really nice chapstick. Goes on very buttery and smooth. Essentially, you just keep funneling them into the chapstick containers as so, and then let it dry. And there you have it. That's how you make your own DIY chapstick. Thanks for tuning into my how-to. I hope you enjoyed it.